Hi all, this is Skate. As you can see in World of Tanks Blitz, the sky is blue, and on the horizon we have update 3.4, and as part of update 3.4 we have this map. That was by far the cheesiest opening line ever, but let's just roll with it. Okay, I have a sneak peek at the new map for you. This is Canyon, and it is massive. Doesn't look it from this bird's eye view, but somewhere around here is my LTTB flying around. And once you see the LTTB, you will realise just how big this map is. It's kind of like Where's Wally at 70 kilometers per hour. It is around here somewhere, but I just don't know where. So I'm actually panning the camera looking for my own tank here. But while we're looking for said tank, it gives us a perfect opportunity to have a good look around this map. Now this map is effectively broken up into three segments. You've got two C-shaped islands on either side, and you have one big island in the middle. There is one bridge going to the island, and there's the LTTB. I wonder how many people don't actually care about this map now and are just looking for the LTTB. But there is two bridges going to the island actually, but one is broken with a train hanging off it. And then you've got the two islands on the outside, as I said, which are both C-shape. Now, the one on your right-hand side there is got an oil refinery on it, so it's factories, it's got plenty of cover, and the one behind then is a western style town. It's very small, but it's a town nonetheless. For those who have been looking for the LTTB, there it is. And as you can tell from looking at the LTTB, this map is huge.
We're immobilized! One of our tracks is gone, we can't move!
I did that on purpose, honest.
Tracks up!
So, anyway, the one thing I love about this map is it caters for everybody. What we are looking at right now is one of the spawn points. Now, this spawn, or the spawns on this map, are really wide open. There is no cover in the actual spawn. So if you're going to be a camper, you are going to get shot to pieces sitting in your spawn. Leave the spawn and there is cover everywhere. There is truck tons of cover. As you can see here, I have cover, yet if I pull out, I can see straight all the way down there. So you can, and there are plenty of spots for tank destroyers to stay hidden, stay off the radar, and get some long-range shots down the map. Exactly like in that one channel there. But that's just one channel of so many, with cover at one end, a bush at one end. I mean, here, we're in the town. So this is the small town, and this is where you will find one of the supremacy caps. This is also where I expect our heavy tanks to be peekabooing from. There's plenty of cover behind the buildings, yet half of the actual cap by here is fully exposed. So unless you're going to be smart and actually use that area which is hidden, you're probably going to get shot from across the map. As you can see, there's plenty of places like this as well for light tanks to spot straight across to B. B obviously is on the middle island, and that is the most exposed island out of all of them. It's very high up, and there are numerous different angles to shoot at it from. So I wouldn't say you can reliably sit up in the middle of that island. As you can see here, we are in the actual canyon between the two islands on the sides. Obviously looking in at the middle island. Here is the other spawn point as well. Exactly the same as the one I mentioned earlier. It is fully exposed. There's no cover here at all. So you spawn in this sort of area here. If you're going to sit here, or you are AFK, you will be ripped to bits. And I personally am a huge fan of that. There should never be a reason to be sitting in the spawn area. And now with no cover, it's an even dumber idea to sit in the spawn area. As you can see though, I'm working my way around the other island, going through the buildings just to show you what it's like, what you can see. And this would be the side I expect our mediums to actually be brawling at. This is also where the C cap is on Supremacy, and it's very, very well hidden behind this factory here. I am just going to have a quick nose down this mine shaft just to see if there's anything interesting, and no, there's not. Now this rail line does go from one end of the map to the other, but as I said, one of the bridges is taken out, so you cannot use it. Don't even try. And look how much different cover there is here. I mean, there's obviously the cap C. We have a lower point by here, and then the cap is actually up around the back. But when you go up by here, as I said, there is truck tons of cover, yet... Hang on, sorry. Gotta check another mine shafts. You never know, there might be some Easter eggs in there. So here's where the spawn point is. Oh, no, sorry, here's where the cap is. Yet, you can still see right the way down to B. As I said, B is heavily exposed on that island. And if you go back the other way, you can actually see all the way down to A. So tank destroyers are going to have a field day from these sorts of spots. So there, look, straight down to A. And this is what I mentioned while I was over there. Half of it's in cover, half is not. If you're spotted, you can get shot from all the way over there very easily. And this spot is even better. You can see all of B and the majority of A. My E25 is going to have a field day on this map. I've got long range for my camo and for my accuracy. And then, if I get spotted, I have plenty of different dips, buildings, cover to run in and out of and get up close and cuddle. So we've done a full loop around the map now. So we'll go into the middle, after a quick little drift, and have a look at the middle island. Now, going around the middle island is a river, obviously in the canyon, so to speak. It's not somewhere you can stay in cover and obviously go all the way around. Purely because of that river, it will really, really heavily slow you down. So the idea of going, ooh, I'm going into the canyon, I'm going to go all the way around and flank them very quickly, you'll struggle with, because you won't be able to do it quickly because of how much water there actually is down there. That doesn't matter though, because as I said, with so much cover, you can literally weave your way across. Here's the bridge I mentioned. Obviously you can very clearly see it is out, and you can guarantee there are going to be 1,000 numpties trying to get off this bridge, or cliff diving. I very stupidly pushed my tank a little bit too far over by here, and it does look like I'm stuck, but if you wiggle it backwards, you can get one wheel up at a time. So what we'll do now is we'll turn around, have a look at where the rest of the train track will take us. Obviously there is another bridge by here, like I mentioned. As you can see from here though, you are heavily exposed. But if you need to get somewhere quick, I would say that is the only circumstance to use this bridge. And make sure you don't smack your tank into the side like I did. So that is pretty much the very corner of the map here. Well, I say the corner, it's the far left. But, being as we're here and we have a speed boost, it'd be rude not to see how much damage we can actually do to our tank, taking it off the other bridge. I am a child, I am aware. It's worth a laugh. But, surprisingly, I didn't take much damage. Not much at all. But I did get myself stuck. And before I forget, for anyone that hasn't noticed, check out my camo. It is stunning. I really like this new camo. There's another new camo, which, it's not my cup of tea. Obviously, each to their own. This one, though, I really, really like. Just for a change of scenery, we'll change to the SP1C and we'll have a little look around the canyon. I do want to show you where the base is on this map as well, because I think it's a very interesting location. Now, the majority of the base is in the water. Obviously, it's not a wise idea to sit out in the water. It'll affect your track traverse, you won't be able to turn quickly. But there is cover, like by here. Yes, I am trying to get my SP1C stuck. But you can also go under those two little bits of bridge, which is an amazing hiding spot in the cap. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see more wins by cap on this map. Either that, or this cap will become a stronger focal point, actually. Because you can use this, obviously, to your advantage. Get in the cap, get into those bridge locations, and draw the enemy towards you if they have got themselves in a very strong position. So that should be a nice tactical weapon there to try and bring people out of their hiding places, get them exposed so you can obviously deal with them. Let's face it, a big slow TD out in the open, especially near water, is going to be a lot better than obviously in his bush from across the map. And if he doesn't get you in time, well, you're capped and you won anyway. Last but not least, if you do just fancy a stroll, look how scenic it is down here. It's beautiful. If you're a little light tank and you are tired of being picked on by big heavy tanks, come and relax in the canyon. Take a nice shallow dip in the clear... No, I can't... I can't keep it up anymore. It is a very scenic map though. There is plenty to look at. It looks great. It's gonna cater for all. And I think because of the size on it, the amount of locations you can appear from, it's going to create very diverse gameplay. That's what I care about more than anything else. The diversity in the gameplay. Not knowing what direction that medium tank's going to come from. Obviously there's a lot of maps where you can guarantee what direction you're going to come from. point your gun in that direction and just wait for them to pop up. Here you will have no idea. And that by far will be the best thing about this map, is the amount of diversity. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. It is only intended as a quick sneak peek at the map. There is tons more obviously you can have a look at in the training rooms when it becomes live in update 3.4. And stay tuned to the channel, because in the next day or so I will also put out a video on the new tank line we are expecting. That, I can promise you, is a must-see video. So if you're not subscribed, please do so. I will be providing updates, teasers and previews before each of the updates come out in future. And obviously that will be alongside all the guides I will continue to keep putting up on the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye.